a stranger to herself. Nobody knows her own heart. You might have been introduced, but you drifted apart. You're alone, away from where you belong, unaware. Let's say you're in Chicago and you're making out under the L, trapped in your head, humming a tune to yourself. There's a trapdoor in your heart. There's a false bottom line and it's falling apart. You're alone, away from where you belong, unaware. We were on pins and needles. You were gearing up to cry. I was the instigator. You were the reason why. Let's say you're in Chicago and you're breaking up all over the L. Well, you were so in love, but you were only in love with yourself. Nobody knows her own heart. Things were coming together, now they're falling apart. You're alone, away from where you belong, unaware. You're alone, away from where you belong,
Faster hammers, faster hammers, churn and turn into my late train to my lost love. Bring away today's thick bruise into my felt, or so I felt. I found a skeleton tooth in the junk drawer, and I mean to open the folding green and white door and take a late train to my lost love. Faster hammers! Faster hammers!
Listen to those dead pianos, pins stuck in their hearts. Clang, tap, bell, pedal down deadwood, chipped and dull dark steel. Rattling and shattering and chilly on a damp November afternoon. On tracks 1 and 2 and 12 and 13. On that ribbon spinning in computer colors. Tic-tacs on round wire. Spun steel spark on 3-rail thin lines.
CA minor, a little girl, asked if she would like, for instance, some fudge, but I didn't budge and said I didn't care. I wanted to sit and I wanted to stare. Spin steel, tic-tac on 3 little strings made 3 little rails, made 1 note clunk. 3 rails squeaking and sputtering down the west side. I found a skeleton tooth in the junk drawer, and I mean to open the folding green and white door and take a late train to my lost love. Faster hammers! Faster hammers! Chatter down the tracks through thumbtacked smiley skull teeth, ticking $5 throwaway pianos past. A late train to my lost love.
Listen to those dead pianos,
Late by
pins
act
stuck
of
in
Congress
their hearts.
and blew
Clang,
all
tap,
the way
bell,
to
pedal
Forest
down
Park.
deadwood, chipped and dull dark steel. Rattling and shattering and chilly
And
on
this
a damp
ribbon
November
spinning in
afternoon.
computer
On
color
tracks 1
into
and
a
2
public
and
transport
12 and
for
13.
everyone to
On
hear
that ribbon
and get
spinning
on
in
track
computer
and
colors.
back to my lost
Tic-tacs all
love.
around while
Faster hammers were almost
spun
there.
steel spark on 3-rail thin lines.
Faster hammers were almost there. I'd like to tell you a story, kids, but instead I'll change the subject. Listen to this tune that sounds like a condolence card, bought at the last minute for someone you can't stand, for someone you never liked. And isn't it cute? La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la. Listen to this tune I'm playing now, kids. Does it seem sad? Does it remind you of when?
wish I could sing it to you. Oh, 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 oh. Mostly I'm silent, silent, la 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 la. Never think of the right words to say when I kiss you. I feel 1,000 different feelings, color of chills all over my body. And while I feel them, I quickly try to decide which one I should try to put into words. Oh no, try to put into words. Oh, 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 oh. Mostly I'm silent, silent, la 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 la, silent. Only the beginning, what I want to feel forever. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, only the beginning of what I want to feel forever. Only the beginning. Oh, now just a start. Yeah, I got to get you in my life, mama. Got to get you next to me. Yeah, all in the beginning. Oh, now just a start. Hey, 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 hey. Mm-hmm. The peace in my mind has a beautifully mysterious thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's your image in my mind so deeply? Ooh, other faces fade away. Blocking memories
talking Yves Saint Laurent, but I've been on Saint Laurent like a motherfucker. Overworked, overlooked, hella red, tell them that I'm type O for the bloodsuckers. Leeches, I'm 6'5", quit reaching. Niggas only goes to go, tell you Creflo dollar motherfuckers quit preaching. I've been in the 514, my French getting too clean. Customs is routine, eating hella poutine. I think I'ma buy one more. Nigga, I've been going through it as of late. A lot of people talk what they think that they would've did. Like the CTA, I keep my pace. I ain't in it for the JP Morgan chase. I'm a nice guy, nigga, do this look like last place. I'm on Priceline, searching for a flight to Montreal. Me and Jerry all on Saint Laurent. I just want a little freedom, don't we all? Don't we all just get a little tired of the bullshit they feed us? Serve and protect, like protect your pockets and serve them subpoenas. Oh shit, a circus and they ain't even serving us peanuts. I learned this back when they was serving us free lunch. System about as foul as a free throw. Tell me what the fuck a nigga know about a free thought if everything that he thought stemmed from a remote. This is so that he know I ain't talking Yves Saint Laurent, but I've been on Saint Laurent like a motherfucker. I've been in the 514. French getting too clean. Customs is routine, eating hella poutine. I think I'ma buy one more. I've been in the 514. French getting too clean. Customs is routine, eating hella poutine. I think I'ma buy one more. I ain't talking Yves Saint Laurent, but I've been on Saint Laurent like a motherfucker. On Saint Laurent like a motherfucker. I've been in the 514. Peep the passion, the thought he put in is hardly comparable. Speaking in parables, these days I find myself feeling like Charles Barkley. Man, all you niggas is terrible. So I just tell them, Southside in this motherfucker. Got the presence of a housefly. Everybody know I'm in this motherfucker. You can hear it when you listen, and I do it for the fan. Peter Griffin, we got no mags. Ride good, nigga, no pegs. We nation rebels, you need more legs. Homie, get your weight up. You know who I pray to when I wake up. No weapon form. You don't get spared cause you less informed. I'm on my square cause we in the box. Burdens be like in the blocks. Box sample finna chop dough. Push it in the quotes. You can feel it when a nigga spoke cause a nigga broke. Freeing all the feelings of the fickle folk. Fuck with me. Grow a little passion and put it in your hope. Grow a little jasmine and put it in your smoke. Blow a little ash and take a bigger toke. Bump a little drag and I take a drag. Thinking damn, hope you see the symbols crashing and nigga notes. Hope you see the symbol. Hope you Stacy Dash. Hope you think quick fast when the trigger stroke. Hope you think quick fast. Catch my ass in the 514. My French getting too clean. Customs is routine. Eating hella poutine. I think I'ma buy one more. I mean, I ain't talking Yves Saint Laurent, but I've been on Saint Laurent like a motherfucker. Overworked, overlooked, hella red. Tell them that I'm type O for the bloodsuckers. Leech, 6'5", quit reaching. Niggas only goes to go. Tell these Creflo dollar motherfuckers quit preaching. I've been in the 514.
French getting so clean.
I've been in the 514.
French getting so clean.
Shout out to the 514. Shout out to the 514.
6'5", quit reach.
was walking down the street one day. A man came up to me and asked me what the time was that was on my watch. Yeah, I said, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? If so, I can't imagine why. We've all got time enough to cry. And I was walking down the street one day. A pretty lady looked at me and said her diamond watch had stopped cold dead. And I said, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? If so, I can't imagine why. We've all got time enough to cry. And I was walking down the street one day, people running everywhere, being pushed and shoved by people trying to beat the clock. Oh, I just don't know. I don't know. And I said, yes, I said, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? If so, I can't imagine why. We've all got time enough to die. Everybody's worried. I don't care about time. I don't care.
Far, far away from those city lights, the night be shining on you tonight. Far, far away from you, on the dark side of the room. I long to hold you in my arms and sway, kiss and ride on the CTA. I need to see you tonight. In those bright lights, oh, I know it's right. Deep in my heart, I know it's right. alive. By the time that I get home to say goodnight, I need to see you again. On the dark side, my friend. On the dark side.
This is noise.
Tell me all these city streets, new gutters fill with black debris, and how these
Little children, where have you gone? Little children, give me just a word. One for you, one for me. I'll forget them. The train is coming, but I don't know what to say. And it's been all this pain, it's been all this real life. Oh, it's much too soon. All this real life. Oh, it's all I know, and it's all I think about. And everything I do, everything I do, every day, every day, it's all I think. Everything living and that once, all I do, everything, everything, everything. It's everything when I think of you. Everything is ours. It's everything that you know. And it's all you got. It's all you got. Everything that I want.
Here's another happy song about a train. Here's another happy song about a train.
The trains roll slowly on the south side. Roll slowly on the south side. South side. Trains roll slowly on the south side. Slowly on the south side.
The train maintains my synapses with electrical sparks from the third rail. It sails like a ship, slowly on the south side, breaking off chips from the tooth of the tour guide. The conductor conducts electricity into my sails, so the rails can deliver me past 55th. The conductor's name is Garfield Ryan. Father's name is Dan. If you're front, you'll be flying on the long link. It's the same old like Ramo before you reach B Street on your way to Chicago. Make sure you pack your fat caps, your fat tracks, and all that. But you can keep the crack jack. We leave it alone, even though we get stoned on the island in the middle of an L platform. We zone like a trooper in the middle of space, but this ain't space, so you might get maced in the face if you look like you don't belong. Me touching the ceiling, Cheech and Chong plus a bong equals the feeling that I get when I reach that climax. What's up with the train taxes? Whack, so I just won't pay it. Kicking and screaming as they drag me away. It seems that I won't be tagging today. The Chicago police don't play, but that's okay. I'll be out the next day, the next week. The more I speak, you get geek like a heat-seeking ping Tom. I drop bombs on your mom. Now tell her I told ya. Now tell her I told ya. I batter you for your rhyme folder. But even if I lose, I can't give it up. I won't give it up. I can't get enough. This is the funky stuff. We're sniffing the griffin, gangster limping and pimping, beaming up the sky. They like pippin', dripping, Jericho juice all over my folder. Now stop 95 and you look a little older. I wonder why, because the train rolls slow. 2 miles behind me, 2 miles to go.
Because the trains roll slowly on the south side. So slowly on the south side. South side. The trains roll slowly on the south side. South side. Slowly on the south side.
Conductor says conduct yourself with control. No murdering, radio playing, smoking or backing up a bowl. Ace to elevate, caravan careening. The chronicles kicked already, big ways and big go. Set your fat caps on stun. Aqua turquoise vision through true blue view. Pathetic plumbers, news, Amazon views buzzing from the sun. Subway scholars, sapphires, gaze from a game. I will towards ghettos, man, guerrilla warriors, grace. Mr. Uncle Sam's miss happened, wish it wasn't happening. Horses smoke on the south side. Jackson Park, Inglewood, navigated neighborhoods. Poverty, picture frame, and elevated window pane. Proceed on pillars of the gravitas that I'll still support myself in cohorts with the red devil libido. Graph artists, mass trends, mosquitoes have hit and left. Just a grip on CTA. Credo, you know I know. You know there should be vetoes up the next. There is freaks on ascension. Our beat smoked out. Winners and sudden sinners make a comedian in his vibe. Boom, vindicating venue. One of many holes in this sunny, holy hell. A whole bunch just crumble past the crumble. The centerpiece wheels roll at a snail's pace. Fuck the turnstile at your waist. It's a hip-hop and a skip as we begin on stage. Into the state of a static, yo, slumbers and now. Static, studied, conductors verbally reasoned out math. Really bombs in the earth, 47. No streams and silver words we learn. Backs to the burns, wait a minute, hit the deck. Tap doorway for source, mashed potato. Later, let some headspins too. While you're at it, I'm an addict for a Brickhead's crew. As we roll, slow. On the south side, cause the trains roll slowly on the south side.
Talking, I'm elevated, and I'm jaded on the southbound track. It was 2 stops back, and it was whack. What the speaker say? And it's looking like it's gonna be a long day. Optimism, what we might start moving in the next few hours or minutes. I play the shell game, but can't win it. I keep losing, and I find it rather irritating. Fun that I am hating at the same time I'm contemplating. What's the chances it enhances my handle on a love pay romances? Watches and I awake from my slumber. I saw 2, 3, 2, 1, 6. What's the CTA? Last number, no change in my pockets. Rockets of scenery, you wanna take my lines, but you don't know what it means to me. Took off my back up in the background, I pull the cherry. I hit the tracks and I'm out of here. Like Harry. So fuck the bullshit, no longer am I pacify for riders in the joint show. You know I hit a fast ride. And I'm about to be 2 stops ago, you know, with no worries of the B-train onslaught. Thought I caught a lick at the last one. As we live with a set sun, the trains roll slowly on the south side. So slowly on the south side, but only on the south side. The trains roll slowly on the south side, slowly on the south side.
The train rolls slow,
but only on the south side.
So slow,
but only on the south side.
The train rolls slowly on the south side, slowly on the south side. Yeah, but only on the south side. The train rolls slowly on the south side, so slowly on the south side, but only on the south side. The train rolls slowly on the south side, slowly on the south side.
angel. I got my city doing front flips. When every father mayor rapper jump ship. I guess that's why they call it where I stay. Clean up the streets so my daughter can have somewhere to play. I'm the blueprint to a real man. Some of these niggas toss they tassel for a deal, man. I ain't going to hell or the hill, man. For my real fans. I got caught up with a Lil Xan. Couldn't stop me, but it slowed me though. Yeah, nigga famous, you don't know me though. But their DJ still play me though. Them I don't even need the radio, cause my new shit sound like a rodeo. Got the old folks dancing the do-do. So they fuck around, sound me the OVO. Ooh, I just might share my next one with Keith. Got the industry in disbelief. They be asking for beef. This what it sound like when God split an atom with me. I even had Steve giving out apples for free.
They was talking woo, this was what the band. City so damn great, I feel like Alexander. Way on halo like a hat, that's like the latest fashion. I got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded.
Who is you and who the fuck is you and who is them? All of a sudden, who after them? You can't touch me, nah, 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 nah. I got angels. I got angels. I ain't changed my number since the 7th grade. This from my day 1, 10 years, 7 days. A week niggas never tired on their Kevin Gates. And if they rest in peace, they bunny hop in heaven's gates. It's too many young angels on the south side. Got us scared to let our grandmamas outside. You gon' make me take the campus way downtown. You gon' make me turn my BM to my house wide. I just had a growth spurt. It just took so long my tippy toes hurt. You can keep the nose ring, I don't have to soul search. I'm still at my old church, only ever sold merch. Grandma say I'm kosher, mama say I'm culture. GCI 107.5, angel going live. Power 92, angel juke, angel gone juke. GCI 107.5, going live. Power 92, angel going juke, juke,
They
juke.
was talking woo, this was what the band. City so damn great, I feel like Alexander. Way on halo like a hat, that's like the latest fashion. I got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded. What the band?
Nah, 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 nah.
I got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded.
Nah, 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 nah. I got angels.
They was talking woo, this was what the band. City so damn great, I feel like Alexander. Way on halo like a hat, that's like the latest fashion. I got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded.
Who is you and who the fuck is you and who is them? All of a sudden, who after them? You can't touch me, nah, 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 nah. I got angels. I got angels.